Good day, people of the internet! My name is Awik, and this is how to actually play Apex Legends in Season 7. Now, Apex Legends released their 7th season and changed quite a few things. First of all, they did not send me any promo material for my video. Why would they? That is why I had to fall back to my absolute budget lifeline cosplay. So deal with it. For those of you who are unfamiliar with Apex, Apex is a first-person shooter battle royale game where a team of 2 or 3 people jump out of a plane. Once you land on the ground, you start picking up weapons, armor and other stuff, and then try to be the last team alive, while an ever-shrinking circle of doom and every other team threaten to kill you. Everyone on the team can choose one of 15 legends. Each of them has their unique tactical, passive and ultimate ability, which makes them having a somewhat unique playstyle. The game has one of the most fluid movement systems in the genre, which might be one of the reasons I'm still playing the game, even though I'm not really good at it. It just feels too good to slide down a hill, jump over your enemy and do a 360 no-scope. Not that I have ever done it. The game itself is free to play with no real pay-to-win scheme. You don't get all the legends right away, but you're able to unlock them with in-game currency, which you get by just playing the game. But wait, how do they make money, you might ask now? Well, it wouldn't be a real free-to-play game if there was no way to spend money, right? That's where the skins for the different legends and weapons in the game come into play. One way to obtain a skin is from loot boxes. Yeah, it wouldn't be an EA game if there weren't any loot boxes. Have to bring some sense of pride and accomplishment into the game. Since it is a loot box, the rewards you get are quite random, and you might end up with something you don't really want. That's why you can also pick a specific skin to unlock if you spend crafting materials. Those materials you get from... Wait for it. Yeah, I think you figured it out already. Exactly. You get them from loot boxes. Now, to be fair, the game has an in-game leveling system, which rewards you ever so often with a free loot box. This way you should be able to unlock your desired skin sooner or later by just playing the game and without any luck involved. There is also a store where you can buy a very limited selection of things straight up for money. I'm not going to lie, this has to be one of the worst shops I have ever seen in a game. Maybe I just don't get it, but as far as I understand it, the shop has only a few items for sale, and those items are on a daily or weekly rotation. So you better hope that the item you so desperately want is in one of your loot boxes, or shows up as one of the 6 items in the store. With the newest update we enter Season 7, Ascension. And one of the most exciting changes is that Apex Legends is now available on Steam. Thank God. No more Origin required. Even though you still need an account there somehow, you don't need to have the Origin launcher installed anymore. There is a new legend on the horizon. Horizon. Yeah, that was terrible, and I should feel bad. She can manipulate gravity, lifting players up in the air and create a black hole from her modified robotic vacuum companion, Newt. If you'd measure her strength by the amount of complicated and intelligent-sounding words in that description, she would be off the charts. Oh, and she's also from Olympus, the new map in Season 7. This utopian city is floating in the air and it looks absolutely gorgeous. The futuristic design combined with the many nature elements makes it pleasing for the eye. You want to know how balanced the map is? I have no clue how it fares from a competitive point of view, but I really like looking at it. And then there is the new Battlepass. I am not a huge fan of any Battlepass for that matter, but this one shows that greed has no boundaries. Let's travel back in time and see how the Battlepass worked so far. You had daily and weekly quests which gave you experience. Once you earned the required experience, you unlocked the next level of the Battlepass and you got a reward. Pretty straightforward. With the new system, you still have your daily and weekly quests, but those quests give you stars now. Each quest gives you a different amount of stars depending on their made-up complexity. Once you reach 10 stars, you level up. What was wrong with the experience to level up system? Why this extra step? They also shifted the whole pass to be very reliant on you playing every day, since the daily quests give you the most stars. If you can't play every day, you lose out compared to the old system. But that's not where it ends. They also made the quests quite a bit more complex and grindy. The main goal of the Battle Pass is to keep the player engaged, luring them in every day to get their rewards. Okay, maybe the main goal is to make money, but you can't really sell that to the player base. Understandably, the community is not happy about those changes. And the developers have already announced that they will make some changes, but don't get fooled by that. By making it so terrible bad in the first place, a majority of the community will feel good once they dial it back a notch. But they forget that it is still worse than before. Let me show you some exclusive footage from a meeting about the new Battle Pass.
Alright people, we need ideas for the new Battle Pass.
Oh, I have an idea. We could switch out experience for stars.
But I'm pretty sure our player base would not like that.
Oh, don't worry about that. We just make it so hard to get levels with those stars that people will complain anyways. And once they complain, we're going to dial it back a little bit. But it's still going to be way harder than before.
Did the new season bring any gameplay changes, you might ask? Besides the new map, it still feels like the same Apex. There are still vastly different games, at least at my level. If you land in the same area as several other teams, the firefights are intense and action-paced. But if your jump master decides to land at the world's end, well, have you ever played Loot and Walking Simulator? Overall, I think the game is fun, and if you don't mind dying in the first few seconds of a game, or if you're really good at FPS games, this game could be for you. At least to play a few rounds every once in a while. Now let's get back to the all-important question. How to actually play Apex Legends in Season 7. Obviously, you play it with a controller and aim assist on. Just kidding. No one in their right mind would play a first-person shooter with a controller, right? It's all about keyboard and mouse. And that's it for this video. If you are interested in seeing me play Apex and other games, I stream over at twitch.tv/aweet. It would be fancy to see you there. With that said, my name is Aweet, and thank you very much for watching.